Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Amit.
Morning, Amit. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Let me introduce myself first, and thank you for enrolling to the program. We will be discussing all the basics topics first, and first two class or max to max three class, we will be discussing the basics, and we will directly jump on the day-to-day activities or process workflow for the KYCs, transaction monitoring, and sanction screening. This will be a proper analytical based approach based training. So you just need to focus on what analytics we are using to complete a particular case because every case is a different case. All right. Process remains same, steps remain same, but the verification, validation, and um, for the investigation purpose, every case is like a different one. All right. So what analytics you are using initially, a common analytics you are using to analyze what kind of scenario it is and how do you do those things. I mean, do the investigation or do the KYC or sanction screening. We will be discussing those things in detail. All right. Now let me introduce myself first. My name is Amit. I'm having around 9+ years of experience in KYC and AML. And so KYC/ML means I have worked for all three operations: transaction monitoring, KYC, and sanction screening. Right. Hopefully, this particular training will help you out to understand the process workflow, especially. Okay, and it will surely help you out to clear your interview. All right, if you're looking into it. All right. So this is all about me. Uh, I just want you to introduce a bit information about yourself, or just uh, your experience and which company you're currently working. All right. So that's all. What is your total experience and which company you're currently working? That's it. So yeah, Sudharani.
Hi, Amit.
Hey, hi.
Hi, team. Yeah, now I'm not working. Before that, I worked as a associate in Bank of America in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Now I'm new to KYC and AML. Before that worked on cards operations.
Cards operations. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Sumit, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Amit.
Hey, hi.
Hi. Hi everyone. My name is Sumit. So I am based out of Delhi, and I'm working currently working in a real estate company in a procurement and contracts department. So I basically take care of the vendor onboarding, all their KYC documents and background verification, and help them in day-to-day life. Mm, I work as making a bridge between the contracts and the vendor that we are onboarding.
Okay. Okay. And which company are currently working, Sumit?
I am working in a Thapar group, KCT, Karamchand Thapar group.
Okay. Okay. That.
Hmm.
Uh, Fazil, Fazil Rahman. Okay.
Hi Amit.
Hey, hi.
So my name is Fazil, and I have 3 years of experience in the BFSI,
Mhm.
like in the mortgage industry. Currently, I'm working in the Fidelity. I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. Great. Great, Fazil. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Munir.
Hi, Amit. Hello,
Hi.
everyone. I have overall 6+ years of experience, including fraud investigations and credit bureau. And currently, I'm working with Goldman Sachs, Hyderabad.
Great. Great, Fazil. Okay. Thanks. Ajay.
Yeah, hi Amit.
Hey, hi. Ajay.
Yeah, I am from Hyderabad. So previously I worked as LMS administrator in Bangalore.
Okay.
So now I'm looking for a job now. I want to switch to this KML guys.
Okay. Which company you were working? please?
Walters Private Limited. Before I worked.
Okay, okay. All right.
So now and I'm searching for a job.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. All right. Shabnam, can you introduce? I know, so Shabnam is my previous colleague from my last organization, and I know her. All right. So, all right, Shabnam, can you introduce?
Sure, Amit. So this is Shabnam. I have overall 6 years of experience into sanction screening, and the reason for joining this session is like I want to know in-depth knowledge about the topics related to AML, KYC, transaction monitoring, and sanction screening. So yeah, I previously, as Amit said, I worked with Cognizant. Yeah, this is about me.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Shabnam. All right. Kamali.
Yeah, hi Amit. Hi everyone. I'm from Kerala. I'm currently working in Amazon as product complaint analyst. It's an internal process. We are just managing the product listing and everything.
Okay.
And I'm completely new to KYC AML. I'm planning a transition into AML. So
Okay.
join the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem, Kamali. Thanks. Thanks. So you're based out
Thank
of currently based out of
in Kerala.
Kerala only. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kiro.
Yeah, hi Amit.
Hi. Hi, Kiro.
Hi, I'm from Odisha. I have 2 years experience in non-tech background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently working in Jamshedpur.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Nitesh.
Hi everyone. My
Hi.
name is Nitesh Sharma. Basically, I'm based out of Delhi and I have overall 3 years of experience in customer support. So now I want to switch to KYC ML domain. Currently, I'm
Which
working in a task cluster.
task is okay? Okay. Thanks. Yeah, Meghna.
Hi Sumit, hi everyone. So I'm Meghna, I'm from Bangalore. I've been working as a research analyst in the financial operations department in ESSEC. So yeah, even I'm interested to move to KYC.
Okay. Thank you, Meghna. Yeah, Aman.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Amit.
Hi. Hi,
I
Aman.
am Amandeep Yadav, and I'm based out of Delhi, NCR. And I have almost around 10 years of experience. I worked with Accenture Solution Private Limited for almost 7 years. And then currently I'm working with Cognizant Technologies Private Limited, and it's been 2 years working there as an ops manager. The reason I joined this course is for the transition purpose because currently I am in operation domain. It's a fintech process, but it's not completely AML KYC project. So I am just looking for a transition in the domain completely.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Sure. Thank you. All right, team. So before starting the class, there's a rule of this particular class. All right. So I'm not insisting you for open up your camera. So whenever we are discussing any topics, so I'm not sure whether you are understanding it or not. So when I'm asking like whether you guys able to understand or so, just I want your acknowledgement on the topic so that I can move forward for the particular topic. All right, team, will that be okay, everyone?
Sure,
Yeah.
Amit.
All
Yeah.
right, great. Now, second one is I want everyone try to attend live class instead of referring recordings any which ways I'm sharing it, but my first preference you should be attending live class because whatever things we are discussing in the live class you are able to clear your doubt there itself without taking a time, okay, without investing a time. All right. And when you are referring a recording, just make a note for every point, whatever we are discussing specifically. Okay. So any which ways sharing the notes and all, but there are many topics which I have not included in the notes because those topics might be a newly added topic and trending scenarios now. All right. So I have started. If I am explaining those topics, you will not be able to find those particular topics in the notes. So that is the reason I'm telling you, make a note of all those things. Team? Okay. All right. So that's all about it. So let's start the session. Just give me a minute. Let me just open. Just give me a minute, team. Yes. And the last point only. So people, those who get recruited from my training, those people didn't have a single zero experience or maybe having a minimal experience or knowledge on the KYCML, but still they are able to crack the interview. Okay. So training is there. I will be helping out with the every questions, whatever you are raising it. But the only thing, you need to put your input as well. All right. So without putting your input, you are not able to clear the interview. Even though if I'm able to, if I'm sharing you everything, you are updating your resume, you're getting the calls, whatever it is. Okay. But at the time when interview schedule, you might mix up the topics if you're not preparing or revising the topic again and again. So that is the reason, mainly focus on the concept part. Okay. Do not just go with the definition lines and lines, just concentrate on the concept. That's it. Okay. And it will be a very basic concept, right? So now let me share my screen to you. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. All right. Oh, oh. You unable to see my screen, team?
Yes, Amit.
Yes,
Yes,
Amit.
and
All right. Now let's start. Okay. So first, what do you mean by KYC and why it is important to do the KYC, and when and why we are doing KYC? Okay, so this is a question which is basically you will be facing an interview at very first stage. Okay, so anyone wants to give insight on this? What do you understand by this? Anyone? Okay, let me give insight. So KYC, I know everyone knows about it, but let me just tell you. So KYC is nothing but know your customer. Okay, means to whom we are going to deal with. Okay, it's means if we are dealing with any customer, we just need to know like who is that person actually. All right. So if, let's say example, if I'm taking a Kirod, okay, I'm dealing with Kirod. Kirod is buying something from me. All right. So he should be aware about me, right? Who am I? Whether I am a retail shopkeeper, or I am a teacher, or I'm any of. Okay, first you will know me. Okay, first you will analyze me, first you try to identify me, who am I actually. Okay, then only you will be doing this transaction, correct? So before that you just analyze me like, okay, who is Amit? All right. Oh, okay, he is a trainer. So can we go for it or not? So you first analyze the risk and then only you will get into this particular training. So this is what the KYC exactly all about. All right. So this is real time example if I'm telling you. All right. So KYC is nothing but to know your customer. Okay. To whom you are going to deal with. Okay. What is the risk does these people pose or these entities pose? Okay. Whether does this particular person is a terrorist, or it might be possible, right? The front person could be a terrorist, could be a person those who involved in any criminal activities, could be a person those who can hold money laundering kind of potential risk. Okay, he might use this particular money, keep this money as a black money. He will not be showing it. So these kind of things. So the person who owns, if we are dealing with, we just need to understand who is our customer, to whom we are dealing with. What risk does this particular customer pose in their profile? Okay, we just need to analyze with the KYC. Able to understand? Hmm?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
great.
So,
Excellent. Now, when and why KYC is required? So, whenever we are establishing a new relationship, let's say, if we are open a new account with the bank, or maybe we just wanted to open a new gas agency, or wanted to take a new gas agency, we need to give the KYC. We need to verify the KYC customers, right? So anywhere in any field, whenever you are establishing a relationship with any of the client, you have to provide your KYC document. All right, either it will be a passport, either it will be a, a bank, either it will be a insurance, either it will be a loans, whatever it is. Okay, you initially have to provide KYC document, right? So whenever new customer is onboarding, KYC is required. When customer is already onboarded and that is due for some periodic review, like, so every customer has to do some periodic review, so we will be discussing that in detail. All right, so then also we will be doing KYC. All right, team, clear till now? Any question in this till now?
No.
No, no.
Okay, now let's move forward with BSA acts. All right, so now most of us might aware about BSA act. What is this BSA act all about? Okay, anyone wants to give insight on BSA act? Anyone aware about, anyone knows about this? Anyone?
I guess BSA Act is Bank Secrecy Act,
Mhm.
introduced in 19. I'm not sure the exact year,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is all about whenever you know your customer, you should know all about the information. It's about
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So BSA Act is nothing but a act, Bank Secrecy Act, which is formed in 1970. Okay. So what is this act actually all about? So at the time of financial institution, at that time, BSA Act states the financial institution to report all the suspicious activity which exceeds more than 10,000 USD. All right. So PSA Act is a nothing but a US legislation act which is formed in 1970 to prevent financial institution from being used by the criminals, or to launder or hide their money, right? So that is all about the BSA Act. Now there is one more point. What is the threshold limit? So BS Act also state the guideline, or put the guideline for a financial institution. Like, if you find any suspicious activity and that crosses a threshold limit of 10,000 USD, you need to report it out. Okay. So that 10,000 USD, please make a note of it. That 10,000 USD is a cash transaction. All right, team. Any question in this?
no.
Yeah. So BSA Act is nothing but, and that is very important one, please, team. It's a key point. You just need to make a note of it if you are making it. If so, BSA Act is a nothing but a act. It's a US legislation act created in 1970 to prevent financial institutions from being used by the criminals to hide or launder their illegal monies. All right, bank and other financial institution needs to provide a transaction report or do the thorough transaction if any of the cash transaction exceed 10,000 USD. All right, so they should be having a proper reason of doing this particular transaction. Okay, so financial institution has to conduct the investigation on those particular transaction if any of the cash transaction exceeds 10,000 or more than that. Okay, clear to all?
I mean, just to clear, like, is it a
Yes,
daily limit that needs to be maintained?
yes, it's a daily limit.
Got it.
Okay, yeah, okay, great. I hope it's clear for everyone, team.
Yes, Amit.
Okay, ठीक है. Now let's move forward. But before moving forward, there is one more point. Okay, what about SAR filing? We must aware about, we have heard this term a lot, like in interviews, like in, job openings. SAR. What is the SAR? SAR means suspicious activity report. Okay, every bank has to make the suspicious activity report when any of the activity leads to a suspicious part, like yeah, customer might be involved in some kind of suspicious activity related to criminal activity, something like that. Okay, like maybe a customer is providing a fake document to onboard the client, to get it onboarded. Okay, or maybe a customer doing any kind of such transaction which is related directly to the terrorist financing or money laundering. Okay, there might be possibilities, right? So at these kind of time, we will be filing SAR, suspicious activity report. Okay, in suspicious, we will be discussing any which ways, and we will be discussing in detail. There are three type of reports: SAR, STR, CTR. But this is about the activity report. Now, for this particular activity, for SAR, filing a SAR, what is the threshold limit for filing a SAR set by BSA? 5,000 EUSD. Okay, it's not related with the cash transaction. It's related with any kind of transaction which exceeds 5,000 USD and leads to a suspicious activity. We need to file SAR on those particular transactions. Everyone able to understand now? Any question in this? There is 2 point in BSA. First, 10,000 USD as cash transaction. 5,000 USD as normal transaction, whatever it is. Okay, 10,000 USD, we have to provide a proper cash transaction report. We have to provide proper justification for every bank. We need to have it. All right, like why the particular transaction exceed 10,000 USD as a cash. All right. Now, if I'm talking about 5,000, we are filing when the particular activity is suspicious, then only. Okay, team, any question in this?
Amit,
Yes, yes, Munir.
may I know what do you mean by cash transaction?
Munir, your voice is very low.
May I know what do you mean by cash transaction?
Cash transaction report it's related with cash only. Okay, so any transaction which doing in cash one, and it is a suspicious and not able to find what is the source of fund and why it is being utilized, then you need to find as CTR. Okay, it is only related with the CTR as transaction report only. Okay,
Okay.
any which ways we are discussing in detail, but as of
Okay.
now, uh,
Okay.
it's clear, right?
Okay.
These 2 points is clear for everyone, right? For the BSA.
Amit, just have one question.
Can you repeat once?
Yes. First
Yes.
point, 10,000 USD for the cash transaction. As per the BSA Act, we need to provide a proper transaction, investigation report. For 5,000, that will be a threshold limit for SAR filing. If any transaction is uh, mm, uh, exceed 5,000 and that is a suspicious one, we need to file SAR. So that is the BSA part. These 2 points you need to remember. That's it. Okay. Just make a note of it. That's it. That's it. Okay.
Amit, just one question related to this.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's take for an example, if a person
Hmm.
carrying 7,000 US dollar and
Hmm.
going to a bank and depositing it, then there's no justification required. If the person is depositing 7,000, there will be no SAR. However,
Yes.
if a person is transferring money online, 7,000 US dollars, then
Hmm.
SAR can be filed
Yeah.
if
So
the
now
person will
let
not
me
be
tell
able
you.
to justify.
Now
Yeah.
let me tell you. For the 7,000 USD, if I'm taking an example here, okay, 7,000 cash is being deposited by the customer, right? Now, if your profile states like you are a salaried person of 10,000, your salary is, let's say, 6,000 USD per month. all right, or maybe 7,500 USD per month. Now 7,000 you have deposited as a cash. Okay, so 100% it is, this particular activity is not matches with your profile, right? Because you are a salaried person who is earning 7,500 as a, as a salary in your account. Now 7,000 USD as a cash, where you get those particular this much of money in your account? This will be a first question. Okay, because this one is a suspicious one. As per your profile, the activity is not matches. Able to understand?
Yeah.
Right? Now for the cash transaction, as per the BSA Act, we are not investigating as per the cash transaction. It's fine because it does not exceed the 10,000 USD. But still, it as per the BSA Act, for any kind of transaction, 500 USD wala part, so it will be exceeded, right? The transaction threshold will get exceeded as per the BSA Act, correct?
Okay.
So now in that
Yes.
case, you have to conduct a thorough investigation. Why, from where, what is the source of fund for the at 7,000 USD's cash, and how it been utilized. Okay, if you are able to find a proper justification from the customer, like from where, from any of the activity he has earned this much of money, or maybe he has taken a loan or whatever it is, then we can suffice it. Otherwise, we have to file SAR for the particular activity. So this is a normal example I'm telling you. We will be discussing in detail going forward, but as of now, I hope everyone understand like what is SAR and what is the threshold limit, and what is the BS as per the BS Act, what is the threshold limit as a cash transaction. I hope everyone understand, right?
Yes,
Uh,
Amit.
Yes,
Amit,
Amit.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if I
Amit,
am. Yes, yes, yes,
yeah, Amit, I have a question,
yes, Munir.
which is out of the flow.
No
Sorry.
problem.
Uh, KYC, I understand.
Hmm.
You said you work for three profiles like transaction monitoring, sanction screening, and KYC.
Hmm.
Okay. So where does AML comes? Like, is
So see,
transaction monitoring and sanction
yes,
screening is part of
yes.
AML? Okay.
Yes, it is a part of AML. What is
Okay.
AML exactly? So this is the one question which has been asked in your interview. People are saying, what is AML? AML is the criminal activity, is the anti-money laundering. So it is not a
Okay.
criminal activity. Anti-money laundering, it's a control. We put a control in a financial institution to mitigate the money laundering risk. Okay, so that is a control we are placing. So what controls you are placing it? You are placing, you know, uh, continuously monitoring the transactions, where the PEP involvement, or maybe a sanctioned person involvement, or maybe any adverse kind of news involvement in any of the transaction, or related party, or counterparts. So these all are the controls we are placing. We are already put some place to mitigate the money laundering risk. So that particular operation is called anti-money laundering, AML. Okay, Mulil?
Okay. Okay. One more question, quick
Hmm.
question.
Hmm. Hmm.
Any cash transaction, 10,000 USD,
Hmm.
we raise what?
We raise cash transaction report.
Okay, cash transaction report. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move forward. So this is out of question, Munil, and for everyone, we will be discussing going forward. We will be discussing in detail. Don't worry on those things. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
thank you.
focus on the material ones. All right. Now I hope it's clear, crystal clear for everyone for the BSA Act. If anyone asks you, uh, because going forward I will be conducting an interview. Please, team, I want you to attend interview and you just try to provide the answer. Okay, so that will be a much more benefit. It will give a much more benefit to you. All right. Now, what do you understand by FATF? I hope everyone heard about this term. Anyone who wants to give an insight on this? Anyone?
STF is Financial Action Task Force.
Aman, your voice is breaking a
So
between a
yeah,
lot. Is my voice is audible for everyone, team? I mean, I'm proper.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
Amit.
Aman, your voice is breaking a between. I mean, a lot. Not able to hear your voice. Yeah. Okay, okay. Anyone else who wants to? Yeah. Okay. Anyone else who wants to give insight on FATF?
Some some
Yes.
policies the country will.
Okay. All right. Let me just give because I think people are facing this network issue. Okay, let me explain it. FATF is nothing but a financial action task force. This particular FATF is a global watchdog. It's a global watchdog. It's not related to any of the particular country. It's a global organization. Okay, so this particular organization of only for looks for money laundering or terrorist financing kind of activities. Okay, so again, FATF is nothing but a global money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog set up in 1989. Okay, that's it. Any question in this till now? FATF. So don't worry on this particular part. You need not make a note of these particular points. When I'm saying you need to make a note of it, then only you just need to make because uh, those things I have not included in the notes. All right. So I will be providing this notes, a proper definition and everything notes after the class. So don't worry on the PPT. I'm not sharing the PPT. I'm sharing the notes to you. All right. So when I'm saying this particular point, you just need to make a note of it. Then only you just need to make a note of it because I have not included those particular point in the class. That is the reason. Okay, team. All right. Now, what? So FATF is a global money laundering or terrorist financing watchdog formed in 1989. Okay. Now, what is the objective of creating this particular watchdog? So So, as we already know, to uh, to mitigate the money laundering or terrorist financing risk, okay, from the financial institution. So that is the reason we have formed FATF organization. Now, FATF provides recommendations. Uh, it provides recommendations to the bank to follow certain guidelines. Okay, like you have to identify the customer, like you have to conduct CDD, you have to conduct EDD, you have to identify the physical address or registered address. You have to identify the source of fund, source of wealth document from the customer. You have to identify the UBOs. You have to identify the PEP. These particular guidelines is provided by FATFs. Okay, so there are total 49 recommendation which FATF is providing the recommendation. 49 recommendation FATF is providing. All right. Now 40 recommendation only related with money laundering. Okay, money laundering activities, and 9 recommendation is for terrorist financing activity. Everyone able to understand now? There are 49 recommendation. 40 recommendation is for the money laundering. 9 recommendation is for terrorist financing. Everyone understand? Any question in this?
No, no. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now this is all about it. This is all the basic information you just need to know about the FATF because interviewer themselves also don't know the what is all 40 recommendation itself only. Okay, so they also don't know about it. So don't know. You should not be worrying about go and drill down the FATF. If you want, if you have interest, you can go drill down the FATF recommendation. It will give you a good understanding on what type of recommendation it is providing. But the basic risks you just need to know about it. Okay, about FATF. So 40 recommendation for money laundering, 9 recommendation is for terrorist financing. That's it. All right, now let's move forward. Overview for the purpose and scope for the KYC procedures, including legal and regulatory framework. All right, so yeah, it's just a normal one. You need not to remember this one. I'm just telling you. So whenever we are doing KYC, okay, let's say Nitesh Sharma is a ICICI Bank. Okay, and let's say Nitesh is a ICICI Bank only. All right. Now, at now Naga Sudharani went to Nitesh, wanted to open an account. All right. Now, how Nitesh will be conducting, okay, how the KYC procedure will be followed, okay, for Naga Sudharani by Nitesh. Okay. Now, how you will do that? First, you will follow international standards. All right. Like whatever global watchdog, global bodies says to take the documents and all, you have to do first that particular. You have to do the KYC on those KYC policies or procedure. You have to follow those procedures first. Correct? As per the international standard. If FATF is one of the international body, correct? If FATF states like you have to identify a particular customer with their national IDs and source of fund, source of wealth detail. So what you will do first? So you will follow international standards, right? Team, you with me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So first step, you will be following international standards. Okay. Like whatever the international bodies take you says like this KYC policies needs to be followed by every financial institution across country or across world. Okay. So you will be first follow international standards. Now, second one, national laws and regulations. So every country has its own laws and regulations for governing the KYC. For example, if I'm taking in US for national ID proofs, we will be taking a passport and SSN numbers, okay, social security numbers. But what information, if any of the customer based out of India, what kind of documents we will be taking? ID proof, address. As per the ID proof, we will be taking Aadhaar card, PAN card, passport license, driving license, like this. Correct. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So so national laws and regulations is differ. Every country has their own laws and regulations. All right, and their own KYC requirement as well. So maybe as per the Indian regulatory body like RBI says um, uh, um, uh, like there might be a possibility like people having a two residential address at the same time in different IDs, right? So they might ask you two two address proof at the same time to mitigate the risk of address part. So every country has its own laws and regulation and KYC requirement based on as per the country's requirement. Okay. So that's about the national laws and regulations. So first we will follow international standards. Second, we will follow national laws and regulations. Third, we will follow industry regulation. What is this industry regulation? Means bank has to follow some different procedure for onboarding client. Insurance company will be following different procedure. Loans will be following a different procedures. The people those who are providing a loans. Okay. So for the bank we just need to know like okay, what is the source of fund, source of wealth, wealth of a customer, or what is the nature of business, what is the ID proof and address proof we will be taking normally, and we will be onboarding the client. Now, do you think the same information, if you are providing the same information, you can get the policy, or do you think for while taking a policy you need to give certain or more document? What do you think?
We may need to give certain documents such as health certificate or something like that
Yes.
also.
So there might be a different requirement as per the industry, okay, to identify to mitigate the risk, because for the insurance there might be a different risk associated with the individual. Okay, so for that reason, insurance people or insurance company might ask you a different requirement. Apart from these particular things, they will be asking you, okay, what is your capacity? Okay, what is your if you are asking for the 5 CR or 10 CR of insurance amount. Okay, so and a person is only earning let's say 70 or 80,000, so it will not be possible for them to give this much of premium amount every year, okay, for an individual. So you will not be eligible at that time. So they will be taking they will be calculating your eligibility, they will be taking your whether you are earning or not, or whether you are salaried person, whether you are business person, they will be checking everything. So for insurance, for security, for banking, or any kind of industry, there is a certain requirement for the KYC, and that is the reason we need to follow industry's regulation. We have three standards till now: international standards, national laws and regulations, industry regulations. I hope till now it's clear to everyone, team.
Yes.
Okay. Now, organizational policies. Okay, organizational policies is nothing but in addition to a legal regulatory requirement, organization may have internal policies and procedures. So, for example, if I'm saying here, HDFC open an account only with the address proof, Aadhaar card. Straight away, they will be taking a Aadhaar card, and they will directly open an account, okay, by verifying it. But for ICICI, first you has a different policies or procedure to govern the KYC. KYC has to be completed. Okay, basic requirements you have to follow, you have to take. But for the extra requirement to mitigate a certain risk, they will be doing some extra. They will be asking some extra requirement as well. So every organization have a separate, policies as per the legal requirements to mitigate the risk from the customers. All right, team. Any question in this till now?
No.
No.
All right. So it's just good to know information. All right. This is not much needed, but I just given you what the KYC, how the KYC needs to be performed. Okay. So these are the four standards we are following mostly: international standards, national laws and regulations, industry regulations, and organization policies. That's it. Now let's move forward. Component of KYC. We have been, heard about this particular term a lot. What do you understand by component of KYC? Okay. So when I went to Cognizant, okay, they just given me assessment. They have taken the assessment. I just walked in Cognizant. Okay, I attended a walk-in drive. So they given me this assessment. Okay, and there it's mentioned what is the component of KYC. Okay, and so what do you think? What is the component of KYC? Anyone aware about this stuff? Whatever it is.
This could be in an internal application, maybe.
Okay. No, no, no,
Uh,
mind. Okay.
I think it's the steps that we follow while doing the KYC.
Correct.
I mean, what are the
CDD or EDD.
Yes. So it includes all end-to-end KYC's requirement. Okay. We can say whenever we are explaining end-to-end KYC, you need to explain all three components, all the steps of KYC. So component first, customer identification program, CIP, SIP. Okay. Second one, CDD, customer due diligence. Then ongoing monitoring, and then record keeping. These four steps are component of KYC. Okay, first one is CIP, then CDD, then ongoing monitoring, and then record keeping. Okay, team. Any question in this till now?
First one, full form.
CIP
No.
means customer identification program. Okay, CDD means customer due diligence, and third one is ongoing monitoring. Okay, all right.
so TDD includes all the type of due diligence
Yeah. So
in the EDD.
yes,
Okay.
I'll tell you. I will explain the CDD part. Okay. But let's first understand CIP. What is this CIP? Customer Identification Program is all about. All right. So, Customer Identification Program is nothing but uh, when we, as per the financial institution, we asking for some initial documents from the customers, like you just give me Aadhaar card, PAN card, your nature of business, where you're currently residing, what is your activity, whether you are a salary person, whether you are business person, whatever it is. Okay, so first we will be asking for some certain document. Okay, passport, license, government issued ID number, any of it. All right. So all those documents we will be considering them as a CIP part. Okay, CIP is a first step where you just need to take the initial documents from the customer. For everyone, it's clear, team.
Okay.
Yes, Amit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Amit.
Great.
Yes.
Now, second one is CDD. All right. So CDD means validation and verification. CDD himself, CDD term means customer due diligence. Customer due diligence is nothing but verification and validation of the details from the customer. All right. Now, if we are talking about CDD, it has three levels. CDD has three levels. So anyone asking you about the CDD, CDD is is a consolidated term. It's a one term. Okay. In this particular CDD, you will be having three stages. Okay. What all those stages are? Right? What stages are? One is BDD, basic due diligence. Second, simplified due diligence or standard due diligence. Third one is enhanced due diligence. Okay, so we have been heard about enhanced due diligence, EDD, a lot, right? So it is a part of CDD only. Okay, so CDD is a one common term where it consists three levels. One is basic due diligence, simplified due diligence, enhanced due diligence. I hope it's clear to everyone, team, till now.
Yes, Amit.
Okay,
Yep.
great. Now I will be explaining these CDD these levels in detail. All right, and the last one is ongoing monitoring. Okay, what do you think by ongoing monitoring, team?
Regular checks.
Periodically checks.
Sorry,
Monitoring the
Uh,
day-to-day activities.
monitoring day-to-day activity. Correct. Okay, so when we onboarded a client to the financial institution, will our work is done. I mean, we have mitigated the risk, we have identified the risk, we have mitigated the risk, everything is done. Now, what do you think? Is will our work will be done? I mean, there is no work now needed, those who get onboarded, or do you think it's continuously we need to monitor their activities?
I think every now and then bank
Hmm.
will do this again. I think they do KYC over and
Correct,
over again.
correct. So we, it's not like once we onboard the client, our work is done. No, okay. Bank work is not done. So they will be continuously monitoring the customer's activity and their profile. Okay, like in future they might receive any kind of they might be involved in any kind of criminal kind of activity, or they might be involved in any kind of money laundering activity. Okay, it might happen, right? Customer was not initially identified, there is no risk in it, all right, but later on when after 2 years customer involved in some kind of criminal activity, we are not able to find out what we are able to see there is a spike in transactions, all right, and this is not matches with the customer profile. This leads to a suspicious one, correct? And how do we find out after 2 years? How do we find out the particular activities not matches the customer profile? Only with the ongoing monitoring. All right.
Okay.
So ongoing monitoring is a nothing but we have to continuously or certain period of time we have to check the customer profile as well as monitor the customer's activity. Okay, team. Any question on this about the ongoing monitoring, team?
I mean, we have to check continuously, or if any transaction, unused transaction, then we have to check.
So whenever there is a trigger generated, then we have to do the ongoing monitoring. When the particular KYC is due for, a particular customer is due for re-KYCs or a periodic review, then we have to do the profile check, ongoing monitoring. When there is a changes in the customer domain, customer profile, let's say customer has changed their address, customer has changed their, residence, or we are able to find customer is now elected as a MLA, okay, and customer has disclosed this particular one. So we have to conduct ongoing monitoring at that time. Okay. If there is any profile change, we have to do ongoing monitoring. If there is a if the profile is due for a periodic review, we have to do ongoing monitoring. And if there is any alert got generated in a financial system, okay, for any kind of activity, we need to conduct ongoing monitoring at that time. Okay, team. I hope it's clear to all.
Yes.
Now,
Amit, actually, I have a
yes,
doubt.
yes, Fazil.
So you said like a periodic review, right? Like how
Uh,
frequent we have to do? Is it like it depends upon the organization, or else like depends
No,
upon?
no, I'm telling you, Fazil. So we will be discussing in detail about like how do we categorize the risk, because it will be taking a much more time to explain those things. Any which ways, I'm going to discuss this thing. Okay, going forward. When
Okay.
we are discussing now only, I'm going to discuss those things. Okay. So when we are discussing about the due diligence only, I will be telling you like how do we need to categorize the customer level. Okay, risk
Okay.
category, and yeah. So now CDD. All right. So we were talking about CDD previously. All right. Now for the CDD, we which kind of due diligence we have to do? Simplified, basic, enhanced. Right. Now, what do you understand by basic due diligence? Anyone heard about this term or having idea about this term? Basic due diligence.
Yeah, Amit. Actually, the basic due diligence is done for the individuals, like low risk category profiles for them,
Uh,
like collecting with the basic documents and all.
yeah, basic document is actually there, but it's not only for the low risk profile. Basic due diligence is applicable for all type of customers. All right. So it's like a basic checks you will be doing for every type of customer, irrespective of their risk categories. Okay, team. So basic due diligence nothing but you need to collect their ID proof, address proof, your source of fund, source of wealth detail, all the basic detail you will be taking initially to uh, uh, to onboard. As per the due diligence level, you first do the basic due diligence. Okay. Now, this is applicable for every customer. Everyone understood, right? Any question in this? Basic due diligence?
No, Amit.
Okay. Now, simplified due diligence. Simplified due diligence is applicable only for low risk customer, as Fazil just mentioned. No, for the salaried person or person those who wants to open a basic saving account or saving account, okay, with a lower income, or customer is I mean there is no high profile. So base a simplified due diligence is applicable for low risk customers only. Okay, low risk customers are salaried person, or basic people those who are earning a basic wanted to open a basic saving account with a lower income. All right. And a retired person, whatever it is, so those particular profile will be called as low risk profile. Now, enhanced due diligence, last one. Now, what do you understand by enhanced due diligence here? So enhanced due diligence is nothing but uh, when you are doing extra check on the customer profile. Okay, team? Team, you with me?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Amit.
Amit,
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes, sir.
So in BDD, like in basic due diligence,
Hmm.
we do reviews on low risk customers, right?
No, we in BDD we have to conduct. We have to take a basic checks for every type of customer, not low risk only. for every type of basic checks means either it is a high risk customer, either it is a low risk customer. You have to take this particular requirement like ID proof, address proof. You need to take it. Source of fund, source of wealth. You need to take it. Their nature of business. You need to take it. These all are the basic requirement. So you have to take basic due diligence initially for every type of customer. Okay. Okay, Shabnam?
Okay, so in BDD, we will review all type of customers and provide the risk.
So yes, first we will be first check uh, after taking all basic documents on the customer. We will be check whether the particular customer pose any kind of risk in it or not.
Mm.
Okay, if there is no risk you have identified as per the basic due diligence, then simplified due diligence will be applicable. Okay, so you just need to validate and verify. There is no need of drill down the further details. You just need to do the normal validation and verification on those customers. Okay, just verify their address proof, their ID proof, their source of fund, source of wealth detail, and everything. You just verify it, and you just onboard the client. Then simplified due diligence will be applicable. Now, as per the stage of basic due diligence, you are able to find the person is resides in, let's say, one of the high risk country, Russia. Then enhanced due diligence will be applicable. Able to understand?
Yes,
Okay. Now,
understood. Thank you.
yeah. Now, I hope everyone able to understand. Basic due diligence applicable for all type of customers. After the basic due diligence, it will be categorized whether the particular customer needs to be done needs to be you know uh, followed by sorry needs to be conducted a simplified due diligence or enhanced due diligence. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. Now, uh, concept of risk assessment in the context of KYC. Okay, so this one is a very common question from now on. All right, previously it was not being asked a lot, but now interviewers asking this question. Explain the concept of risk assessment in context of KYC. Okay, how will you do the risk assessment in context of KYC? Anyone aware about this country? All right, let me tell you. So when there is a risk assessment, when the risk assessment needs to be performed, when we are able to find any kind of risk in it, correct?
Yes.
In customer profile, when we are onboarding or when we are dealing with, if we identify any kind of risk, then only we will be conducting a risk assessment.
Yes.
Correct, team?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now
Yes.
the first stage is for the risk assessment is first you have to identify the risk involved in it. Okay, like what kind of risk does that particular customer pose. Okay, either it will be a business activity, either it will be location, either it will be industry or transaction pattern, whatever it is. Okay, you just need to identify the risk involved in it. Now, second one, risk profiling. So risk profiling is nothing but when you are you just need to check what kind of risk does this customer pose in it. Okay, whether it is a financial stability risk, whether we will be having a reputation risk while onboarding this particular client, whether it will be a potential exposure of money laundering or terrorist financing kind of risk. What kind of risk does this particular owning? Okay, if we are onboarding the client, then we have to onboard the risk as well, correct? So what kind of risk is it? So either it is a reputational risk, financial stability risk, and potential exposure of money laundering or terrorist financing. Okay. So this is a part or compliance risk, whatever it is. Now let's move forward. So first one is risk identification, then risk profiling. Now risk assessment. Risk assessment is nothing but when we identify the certain risk. Okay, we have to check what is the likelihood of occurrence for those particular risk. For example, if I'm talking about here, uh, we have identified a customer, uh, uh, let's say customer was um, identified as a criminal activity. He got convicted for some of the criminal activity in let's say 2003. All right, and in 2007 he has completed his sentence. Okay, he paid the penalty uh, for the tax evasion. Let's say the criminal activity. What is the criminal activity? Tax evasion. Okay, he was involved in tax evasion activity, and for that he got convicted. And in 2007 he completed his sentence. Since 2007 to 2026, there is no criminal activity we are able to identify. Okay. So, okay. Now, here, my first question is to everyone. When we identify the risk in the customer profile as an adverse media positive hit, what type of uh, due diligence or what type of you know profile, which kind of profile does this particular customer falls under once we
Uh,
identify the risk?
in the concept of risk assessment, right?
No, not in the concept of risk assessment. I'm saying if you identified the risk, what do you think the profile comes falls under which category? Low risk, medium risk, high risk? What do you think?
We'll go for
Um,
EDD.
Medium
It's
risk.
high risk when we see it's positive
Yeah.
under.
So okay. So initially, when we identify the risk, the particular profile is automatically act as a high risk profile for us, for a bank. Correct? If we identify any kind of risk involved in it, then obviously we haven't done any assessment on it. All right, we just identify the risk. So when we identified the risk, the particular risk is automatically makes profile as a high risk profile. Correct, team? Any question in this?
Yeah. For example, customer have had a some kind of criminal offense in the back, in long back in his
Hmm.
history. Okay,
Yeah.
and since after that, when he completed his sentence, and after that he is like pure, like not doing any मतलब clean है उसका पूरा उसके बाद से. So
Mm-hmm.
then even so we will consider him a high risk, right? Even if
Yeah.
he's good for so long after that.
Yeah, so I'll tell you for that. After that wala part I will be telling you, Munil.
Okay.
Okay, so first we have identified the adverse media. Okay, there is a positive bit adverse media. Customer was involved into some criminal activity in past, in his in his past, like tax evasion. In 2003 he got convicted, and 2007 he has completed his sentence, a paid penalty of let's say 10 million USD. But since 2007 to 2026, customer is not involved in any kind of criminal activities. All right. But when we identified the risk, it was a high risk profile for us as a financial institution. But now, when we do the assessment, okay, when we do the assessment, we are able to find out customer since 2007 to 2026, customer is not involved in any such crime as per the public record, as per the database, and we are not able to find any kind of social media negative news against the particular customer as well. Okay, as of now. So now we will be putting all those information in one assessment report. We are making an assessment here. We just making an assessment report here. Whatever the detail, whatever the investigation report we are having, we just need to make a proper investigation report on those particular activity, and then we will be sending this assessment to senior management or MLRO for risk mitigation. Right? This one is a fourth step. So first one is risk identification. Second one is risk profiling. Third one is risk assessment. And fourth one is risk mitigation. Okay. Now the fourth one is risk mitigation, where we will
हेलो
be sending. Hello. Yes.
हाँ सर बोलिए।
Oh,
हाँ सर वो मिसिंग है पेज, मैम ने बोला है मैं मंडे कर।
Okay, Sumit, can you go on mute?
प्रिंट ही नहीं निकले सर वो, मतलब मेरे ख्याल से वो
Okay. Yes,
ये
fine.
हाँ हाँ वो मैम, हाँ मेरे ख्याल से वही मैम कह रही मैं मंडे थी।
All right. Okay. So, when we're talking about see, risk identification, everyone aware about now. There is no question on risk identification, correct?
Yes, Amit.
Okay, Aman, you have raised hand. Yeah, tell me.
Uh, yeah, Amit. So consider a real life example here. Let's say Jordan Belfort, the famous guy from Wolf of the Wall Street.
Mhm.
Uh, in 2026, since we all are aware that he got convicted on money laundering and other crimes,
Mhm.
in 2026, after clearing the sentence and all, came in India and tried to open an account. How
Mhm.
we will proceed further? Uh,
So in
it will help
2006,
you in
okay. So
26, yeah.
he released in 2006, right? He completed it.
Yeah,
Now
I guess he, yeah.
okay. Now in this particular case, okay, as he was recently got convicted and he got recently completed his sentence. So we will be onboarding this client, but including this particular, we just need to provide the assessment. Okay, see, we are not the person as a maker or as a checker. We are not the person who will be categorizing the risk category. This particular, what kind of risk category this particular customer falls under. Okay, there will be a certain team. Okay, so let me just tell you. First, let me just tell the risk mitigation part, and then I will be get back to you. Aman, on this particular. Okay. So first is risk identification. First, we identify the risk. Then we will be profiling the risk. Like what kind of risk does this particular customer for poses? Whether it is a financial risk, whether it is a stability risk, whether it is a reputational risk, money laundering, or test finance risk. So we will be profiling it, and we will be doing or we will be making a proper assessment report on the identified risk. Okay, as I have given the example. All right, now we will be sending this particular report to certain team for risk mitigation. That is the fourth part, risk mitigation part. Okay, so we will be sending this report to certain team, which is a MLROs or senior management. Okay, so whenever there is identified risk, we have to make an assessment report and send it to MLROs or senior management. Now, MLRO or senior management will refer your assessment report and evidence and check whether the particular customer still poses any risk in the profile or not. So since 2007 to 2026, it's been a 19 years for a customer not involving any such crime. All right. So uh, we can mitigate the risk here. Okay. And we can categorize this particular customers as a medium risk customer. Why medium risk? Previously it was high risk. Okay. Now we have downgraded risk to the medium. Why not low? Because customer already involved in some crime in past. He might get involved again. All right. We are not sure about it. Correct. So for the same reason, we will be putting it as a medium risk customer instead of low. I hope it's clear to everyone, team, how the medium, low, and high risk will be categorized.
Yes, Samit.
Okay. Now, as taking Aman's example here. So 2026, the customer got, he got released, completed his sentence. Now he wanted to open account with a bank. Okay. Now in that case, what we will do? You will be again making a assessment report on his activities. Okay, and his whole tenuity and what kind of uh, you know um, criminal activity he was involved into. All right. Now, what do you think? Customer involved in some crime which is related to terrorist financing or involved in terrorism activity. Okay. Now, after 2007 to 2026, you have made assessment, everything is there. Okay, there is no involvement of terrorist financing or terrorism activities for that particular customer. But what do you think? Which kind of risk category this particular customer falls under if we are going to onboard the client?
High
High
risk.
risk.
Yes, it will be high risk. It will be or so every time the assessment. So that is what I'm telling you. It's all depend on the your analysis. Okay, so every case is a different case. So you just need to check which which kind of rating of criminal that particular criminal activity this particular customer did in past. Okay, if it is it is related with some kind of tax evasion or money laundering or something like that, then it's fine. A customer not involved in that crime, we can downgrade. But at that time, if that is a the violation of human rights, or maybe he was involved in some terrorism activity, okay, and or maybe some heinous crime he was involved into, so we will be 100% putting them the particular customer as a high risk customer. Okay, always analyze and then decide. Okay, team,
So,
any question in this?
yeah, Amit, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
Uh, so people who
Hmm.
have committed crime financially, they
Mhm.
are not in high risk, right? You mean to say?
So it's all depend on the assessment. So if let's say 2 years is a gap, okay,
Okay.
customer was involved in some activity in a financial crime, and he did not got convicted. He just paid a penalty of 5
Okay.
million euros. All right,
Okay.
and only the 2 years is there is a difference. So he
Okay.
might get again involved in this activity. Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So again, your analytics, what will be your analytics? Your analytics says like this customer might get involved because there is only 2 years gap.
Yeah.
So put them, put this particular customer as a high risk customer only. Correct.
Hmm. The
So
much, yeah, sorry.
yes, yes, yes.
The much gap after a financial crime, the much possibility of giving him an opportunity, right?
Yeah. So you always need to check your analytics like as per your assessment. You are doing assessment, correct? As per the public record, as per the different database, you will be checking, and you just calculating the risk on the customer
Okay.
profile, like will he be again involved in this particular crime in future or not.
Okay.
Okay, that is all again. So if you think that will be a heinous crime and customer was involved in this particular criminal activity 2 3 times in his past record, so there
Okay.
might be possibility like he might get involved again, right?
So, how do you, if I may ask, how do you define an heinous crime, like in a word,
heinous
in a
crime like
line?
heinous crime like any kind of heinous crime like uh you know uh, 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 mass killing or
Oh,
terrorism activities or financing. All right,
okay.
or it says like arms dealing to the directly to the terrorism. All right,
Okay.
or you're running an organization for for any kind of violation of a human right related like gangs or something like that. So
Okay.
these
Okay.
all things are kind of heinous crime only
Okay.
as per the financial. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it, Amit.
Okay, I
Amit,
hope
I have
it's
a
yes,
question.
yes, please go ahead.
So in while we review, we
Hmm.
see that we can only provide risk which is low and high. For
Correct.
example, if we have given low risk to
Hmm.
the customer and sent for the MLRO's approval,
Hmm. Hmm.
so they will be coming like if they find any risk mitigation or
So
like
so
no sorry not
no,
risk
so
mitigation
so for the
there is
yeah,
little bit risk.
let me tell you. For the low risk, there is no MLRO it will get involved. Okay, we just
Okay,
need to
only
have a
high.
senior management approval straight away on the cases. Okay, MLRO comes into a picture when risk involved.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So we can only provide low or high, but not medium at first level.
No,
Is
we
it?
are not deciding, even though we are not deciding to the particular customer categorize it. Okay, like whether it is go for the medium, low, or high, whatever it is. Okay, if risk identified, we will be making an assessment and send it to
Mhm.
MLRO. They will be a final person who will be categorizing it as per the low, medium, high. Okay,
Okay.
we are
So
not,
only
yeah, either it is a low risk also, we are not categorizing it, we just submitting a case as per the see, when we receive a particular case. All right, we just analyzing all the document. If it is a, if customer does not owning any kind of risk in the profile, we will be completing the case and send it to the approval. Okay. Once senior management approve the case, they will be categorizing it as a low risk customer itself only, by themselves only. You will not be doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, same goes with the high risk customer. So if there is a high risk profile and you are doing it, then you will be making an assessment. You will be sending it to the MLROs. They will be approving it whether it will be still applicable for the high risk and EDD needs to be applicable or not. So once the risk category is decided by them, then it will be get implemented and reflected in the your portal, your tool. Like, yeah, this particular customer is a high risk, this particular customer is a low risk, this particular customer is a medium risk, whatever it is. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yes, great question. Any other question?
What is this MLR? I'm not.
MLRO means money laundering reporting officers. Every bank has money laundering reporting officers. Okay. This is a particular person, or you can say a department where the MLROs will be working on the customer profile for mitigating the risk as per the in behalf of banks. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Great. All right. So CNAME. So first identification, risk profiling, risk assessment, then risk mitigation. Now we have mitigated the risk. Now let's move forward. So once we mitigate the risk, we have categorized the customer as a low risk, medium risk, and high risk. Okay, Fazil, I hope I have answered your question now.
Yeah, Amit, I got it.
Okay. Now, once we categorize the risk, every risk has their own periodic reviews seniority. Okay. So when we categorize the risk of the customer, let's say one, two, medium risk, low risk, and high risk. So how will it categorize? 3 years for the UK, for the US, we will be following 3 year, 2 year, 1 year pattern. 3 year is for low risk, 2 year is for medium risk, and 1 year is for high risk. For the UK, it will be a 1 year, 1 year for the low risk, 2 to 3 year for medium risk, and 5 year for low risk. Okay, let me and please make a note of it. Please make a note of it. For the US, 1, 2, 3 we are following. One means low, one means very high. High risk category, we have to do conduct the periodic review for those particular customers. Those falls under high risk. We have to do the periodic review every year. Okay, every 1 year. The person who is falls under medium risk category, we have to do the periodic review every 2 year. And customer those who falls under low risk category, we have to conduct periodic review for every 3 years for those type of customers. All right, this is what we follow as per the US standards. Okay, this is a general standard I'm saying. Now, as for the UK, okay, you need to remember UK part only. One
Aman, can you repeat the US?
US 1, 2, 3.
Okay, one, two, three.
High, medium, low. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now we need to remember UK categorization. So what is the tenuity for the UK? 1 year for high, 2 to 3. Okay, 2 to 3 year we set for medium risk customer, and 5 year is for low risk customer. I hope everyone make a note of it, team.
High risk for 1 year, right?
High risk for 1 year, medium risk 2 to 3 year, and 5 year is for low risk.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, just make a note of it, team. All right. Now, then
Okay, Amit, what about Indian rules?
see, Indian rules, 2 year for high risk customer, 5 year is for medium risk customer, 8 year is for low risk customer. This is what we follow as per the Indian standards. Okay, but most of the company, they will not be asking you as per the Indian standard because they are not hiring for it. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Now let's move forward with the ongoing monitoring. So once we categorize, we mitigated the risk, we set the risk category, we have to do the ongoing monitoring as per the risk category the particular customer falls under. Either they will become falls under medium risk, low risk, or high risk. So we have to do the ongoing monitoring. So as I mentioned, ongoing monitoring is nothing but you have to do the periodic review, continuously monitoring the transition periodically. Okay, team, that's what ongoing monitoring is all about. I hope it's clear now for ongoing monitoring.
Yeah,
Yes.
ongoing monitoring
Yes,
is
sir.
done as per periodic review, right?
Ongoing monitoring is nothing but a periodic review only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the last one is record keeping. Record keeping is a one of the component in the KYC. Okay, so we just need to keep a record of all the assessment, all the rationals or decisions which has been taken by the MLROs or senior management for the regulatory compliance or audit purpose. Every institution needs to maintain the record of it. Okay, so yeah, that's the last step of risk assessment. I hope it's clear for everyone, team.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah. So while stating the interview, you just need to keep note of, a bullet point: risk identification, risk profiling, risk assessment, risk mitigation, ongoing monitoring, record keeping. In this particular stage, we will follow the KYC risk assessment for the KYC. Okay, team. Any question in this?
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
the components of KYC steps involve CIP, CDD, ongoing monitoring, and record keeping. But
Correct.
risk
Yes.
assessment involves identity risk, risk profiling, risk assessment, risk mitigation, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
that is a one. So that is a component. So
Okay.
we are discussing about the concept of risk assessment. How do you do the risk assessment in
Okay.
context of KYC? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So both are different topics.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, team. So I hope it's clear till now. Let's take a 10 minutes break and then we will connect back exactly after 10 minutes and then we'll discuss
Okay.
further. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Do not disconnect the call. Stay in the call only
Okay.
and
Okay.
we will connect exactly 10.
Okay.
Thank you, team. All right, team. I hope everyone's back.
Yes.
Great. Okay. We have discussed CDD, EBD, basic intelligence. Now, let's discuss what do you understand by end-to-end KYC. You've been receiving this particular question in uh, interview most of the time. What do you understand by end-to-end KYC? Anyone? Okay.
It is the process of collecting documents,
Mhm.
validating and verifying them, and
Correct.
providing the risk assessment as per the customer profile.
Correct. The component of KYC, what all the component KYC we have? PIP, CDD, ongoing monitoring, and report writing, report keeping. Right. So in this particular end-to-end KYC, we are doing everything. CIP, basic initial due diligence, or basic due diligence, or you can say, customer identification program. First, we will be doing it. Then we will be doing due diligence, CDD, on the basis of the risk category, simplified due diligence or enhanced due diligence. Then ongoing monitoring. Then periodic review, and then record keeping. So enhanced due diligence consists all of the operations, including with the screening, sanction screening, PEP screening, adverse media screening. Uh, uh, so first in the onboarding, then periodic review, then enhanced due diligence also will be there, then periodic review, and then record keeping. So this is all the operations which we have. Whatever the operations in the KYC we have, onboarding, periodic review, or ongoing monitoring, sanction screening, PEP screening. So these all comes under end-to-end KYC. Okay, team. Any question in this?
Amit, so in end-to-end KYC, we do CIP,
CIP,
CDD, and in CDD,
correct.
sanction screening, transaction monitoring comes, right?
Correct. So sanction screening and a PEP screening. Screening will comes under picture.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Screening will comes into a picture. Okay.
Okay, screening will comes into a picture, and thereafter ongoing monitoring and record keeping, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So the process is like a different. Here, first we onboard the client. All right. Then we will be doing either we will be doing a simplified due diligence, enhanced due diligence, these two. Then screening stage will come into a picture. Then this periodic review, whatever that is categorized, we will be categorizing customers category, and then we will be doing a record keeping.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I hope it's clear.
This SAR, it won't come under this.
Ajay, you're saying?
SAR, it won't come, huh? SAR.
SAR doesn't come. SAR is a transaction one.
Oh, that is different. Okay.
So
Yes.
CDD full form is compliance due diligence.
CDD one.
CDD full form.
CDD is customer due diligence.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So this is about EDD. Okay. Now, a very small question. Everyone knows now why I have included these particular operations, these particular terms, because these particular terms I will be showing you when we are discussing the main process workflow case studies. When we are doing it, then only you are able to find all these things. Now, what do you understand by legal name of individual?
Pardon?
Sorry?
Legal name of?
Yeah, legal name of individual.
Surname, I will be. Surname.
No, not surname. The name which has been given in which you have in your government or national IDs. Okay, that is called legal name. for the individual. And for what is the legal name for the entity? The the name which is there in registration or incorporation document. Okay, that is called legal name of entity. Right now, what is legal entity identifier? Anyone heard about this term before? LEI. Okay, legal entity identifier is a nothing but every individual having a Aadhaar card, and that Aadhaar card has a unique identification number, right?
Yes.
So what does this unique identification number gives you information? What information you will be giving? This Aadhaar number will be giving.
My information particular.
Yes, your information, right? Like where
Mm.
you're currently residing, what is the legal name, what is the date of birth, everything, right?
Yes.
Same way, legal entity identifier is a one of the identifier, unique visit identifier, where it will give you a proper information about the entity. Okay, this legal entity identifier is being provided by FSA, Financial Stability Board, FSB. Okay, Financial Stability Board. There is a one of the corporate body based out of UK, Financial Stability Board, which is providing this particular legal entity identifiers. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of having this legal entity identifier? Legal entity identifier is a 20-digit alphanumeric code which is used to find out the legal entities involved in the financial institution. Used to find out the legal entities involved in financial institutions. So whenever you are doing, let's say I am a legal entity and Munil is a legal entity. I did this. I am your customer. All right. I am a customer of a bank. Your bank. Munil is not a customer. All right. But he is also a legal entity. So I did this transaction to Munil. You know about me, but do you know about Munil? Who is Munil as a legal entity? No, right? I am your customer, so you know already about me, correct? If I am a customer of bank, let's say I am a customer of ICICI Bank, all right? And as you are working for the ICICI Bank, you all are working. So you know about me, correct? As a legal entity, who am I? What is my nature of business? What is where I'm residing? Team, you're getting me?
Yes, Amit. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when I'm done this transaction, I am done this transaction to Munil. Munil is another legal entity, okay, a business. All right. Now, in that case, do you know anything about legal Munil apart from the name? Do you know any other information?
No.
No.
No,
No.
right? That is not your customer, non-bank customer, right? So in that case, LEI number will be pop up. Okay. So LEI number will get pop up for me and for Munil as well. All right. So with LEI number of Munil, we will be taking straight away LEI number for Munil, and we will be taking all the details like who is Munil exactly all about. Okay, so Munil is a Munil legal name. What is the registration number? What is the incorporation number? What is incorporation date? What is the nature of business? Where is the principal place of business? Where is registered address? Whatever it is. Okay, you are able to find out all this detail in it. Okay, able to understand. So whenever you are doing any kind of transaction, LEI will get pop up automatically. Okay, and it will give you a proper information like this LEI, this number, like LEI number will give you a pop-up, information for the entities involved in the financial transaction. This is a small definition. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone, or you're getting confused.
Okay. So legal entity is related to each and every customer of the bank, or is it something else?
It is only related to the entities, corporate entities.
Okay, corporate
Okay,
entity.
yeah, only corporate entities. Okay, so let me give you this definition. I want you to make a note of this particular, but let me just that in chat. Now, I hope you, while reading out the definition, you are able to understand. A distinct 20-digit alphanumeric number is used to identify the legal entities involved in financial transactions. Able to understand? Still getting confused? I need your answer.
Explain one more time, no? I think
Let me just.
there's a bit of confusion.
Okay. Yes, just a business to business, not business to individual.
Okay.
Okay, let me just explain. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. So, are you able to see the screen like Microsoft Edge? I have just opened this one.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now let me just open Aligner. So I'm just normally taking, let's say, yeah, there are some entities name. Let me say, just let me take this one. Sunholic Power Tech Limited. Okay, this is your entity. Right?
Sorry for interruption, Amit.
Yes.
Does this legal entity identifier characteristic number also defines the nature of the business, nature of the entity that
No,
the
no, you will not be getting it this particular information from the legal entity identifier. You can directly reach out to the certain website or the address to get the certain information about more
okay, okay,
information about. Yeah. So you
got
will be having a basic information about the registration address and all. You can search with that and you will be getting the exact detail. What is the nature
nature.
of business?
Okay, got it.
Okay. Next level slow. कभी कभी आप जितना जल्दी करते हो ना उतना ज्यादा लेट होता है तो और फिर मुश्किल next class I will be using different system. Not this one. Sure. Hmm? Okay, this is your entity. Okay, let's suppose this is your entity. This is you are a ICICI bank. Okay, and this is your customer. All right. Now let's suppose another entity. Let me take action to let's say this. Non-bank customer. This is your so you done this transaction. Okay, Sanalik is you. All right, this is your customer. You have done this particular transaction to this customer. All right, this customer has this LEI. Okay, we have LEI number. We straight away this LEI number of this. This is the LEI code. When the transaction happened, LEI code will automatically get populated. Okay, in the transaction record. And for this one, we have this LEI code. We have this LEI code. So whenever you're doing any kind of transaction, this LEI number will automatically get populated. So when it gets populated means you will be you easily get the information about this particular entity. So this is your bank, this is your bank, sorry, this is your customer. So you know everything about this particular customer, what is the nature of business, what this customer, where he is residing, whatever it is. Okay. But do we know anything about this customer? No, right? We don't know anything about this customer, correct?
Right.
Yes.
So when the particular transaction is automatically, is being done between two financial, institutions. Two entities. So the LEI number will get pop up. So this with this particular LEI number, you will get the information easily. All right, about who is the counterparty, who is your counterparty. Okay, so it will give you a basic information. Let me just tell you what information you will be getting. You will be getting registered at where the registration number, what is the registration number of private limited, then what is the legal address. Legal address is nothing but your registered address. Headquarter address is nothing but a principal place of business or physical address. Okay, this particular information you will be getting it, all this basic information. All right, for the further detail about this particular entity, you can directly search with this particular address over the Google, and you can get the information like, oh, this particular entity decides on this, and this is a main website. Okay, you can get this particular information easily. Able to understand the basic information you will be getting about this particular entity, your counterparty. Okay. So now, while reading out, now I have given you one definition. Now, can anyone tell me? Will you able to understand now the definition?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is a 20-digit alphanumeric number known as legal entity identifier, which is used to identify the legal entities involved in financial transaction. That's it. Okay, team. I hope
Okay.
it's clear now
Yes,
for
Amit.
everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, team. So let's uh, let's conclude the session as of now today. All right. We will be discussing next topics tomorrow. All right. I hope till now you guys able to understand every topic with whatever we have discussed. Any question till now you want me to
Yeah.
discuss, or you want me to? Yeah.
I have
Yes, yes, ma'am.
one or two questions I guess.
Yeah.
Amit, LEI,
Hmm.
legal entity identifier, this is only for a business. For example, I have a oil plant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my company has an account, current account.
Mm-hmm.
And so my company name will have a LEI, right?
Yes, your company name will have a LEI.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Got
Your
it.
entity LEI number will be assigned to your company name only.
Okay, okay.
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 Yeah.
And before what is legal entity identifier, you also had asked a question like legal. I didn't listen that like legal individual something was like.
Legal entity and legal entity number, name and legal entity. This
Okay,
one,
okay,
right?
got
Yeah.
it. And one more question. Since the AI is into picture in
Mm-hmm.
market, it is also in boom,
Mm-hmm.
and also a lot of things are being automated. If
Mm-hmm.
you see in GS also, initially when I joined, a lot of work we used to do manually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I work for credit bureau dispute, so I
Mm-hmm.
we used to get this dispute from a uh, through an EOSCOR. which a
Mhm.
credit bureau uses to send customer dispute. Okay.
Okay.
So what we used to do is we used to pick those cases and create manually. We used to pick those cases and create manually. The cases create manually in our internal system. But now
Mhm.
what happened? Everything is automated. The
Okay.
automation itself is creating, just
Mhm.
validating customers' account, and
Mhm.
it is
Mhm.
creating on its own all the accounts. Okay, we are
Mhm.
just verifying and making a conclusion of it.
Okay. Okay.
So, in this business also, like AML and KYC,
Mhm.
there must be. Is there any progress with automation? Like, is there anything that is being automated, and will this affect the future of future scope of this AML and
See,
KYC?
automations, 100% there will be automation. Okay, there is a AI automation will be implemented. 100% it will be there. Like chatbot is there, and the RFI framework will be get automated usually. All right.
Mm.
So 100% you will be getting an automated framework. All right. So the only thing is about the AI framework, you just need to know like how the particular automation is being used. It will not be eating your job,
Okay.
but it is good to have proper understanding on how the particular AI is working. All right, how the particular chatbot or chat GPT, whatever it is. Okay,
Okay.
what is the prompt we are giving to get the particular information? It's good to know the information because it will give you a good advantage of using these particular applications going forward because 100% it will be applicable in your
Okay.
everyday tool.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
But it will not be eating your job. Why? Because human intervention, any which ways is required. Like
Okay.
you already mentioned, this particular automation will give you a proper analysis, but you are the person who will be taking a final conclusion on the call. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So until unless your intervention is required, your job will be safe. Okay.
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 Yeah. And
So,
the second one,
no,
yes,
sorry, sorry. Please, please,
yes,
please,
yes. And the second one
continue.
is also if you're taking judge cannot be a AI, correct? There are Supreme Court judge or any of the judge
Okay.
cannot be AI, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a doctor cannot be a AI.
Okay.
They should be having a human intelligence, human intervention is actually required to conduct these kind of operations. The same way,
Yeah.
the AML and KYC investigation part always required this one. But yes, it is good to have a knowledge on the AI, changes whatever it's happened because prompt engineering and this generative AI and everything, it is 100% useful for you to
Okay.
get effectively work in this particular environment. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more question.
Mhm.
In the beginning of the session, you said triggers, triggers. So is it so definitely in this also there is some algorithm or something that is verifying all the transactions and generating trigger and sending it to analysts to review, right?
Correct. Yes. So this particular control, this is not AI part. We have set and control some control in place in the financial institutions
Okay.
where any kind of transaction which is gives you a suspicious one. For example, if
Okay.
I'm taking here, your profile says like your threshold limit is set by the bank is like 2,50,000 in a month. All right.
Okay.
Now you have exceeded your threshold limit to 2,60,000 or 70,000. System
Okay.
automatically generates the trigger on this particular scenario. So it is
Okay.
all automated already.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the control already in place to identify such trigger, and you will get the particular trigger when it got generated. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have asked this AI question to you because since, like you said the other day that you are a assistant vice president, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked because you must be knowing the insight of it.
See, I'm telling you, your job, when will be your job get impacted when you don't know the current applications. So the same thing. It is applicable in IT, same thing it is applicable in here also. You
Okay.
need to stay updated with every recent, updates, whatever it's coming in market. All right.
Okay.
If you're not getting updated yourself, then you will be no use of, company. I'm saying
Okay.
like why? Because you are not getting updated. Now if I'm saying same example, if I'm taking the people, those who previously when the computer was introduced, most of the people, used to work manually the things.
Yeah.
They were not used to work in the computer. So there
Yeah.
were a lot of, a lot of jobs got people were losing the job because the computerization and everything got implemented in 2000, if I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
The same way the things has happened here also. You need to stay updated. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, like certification is not required. You need to have a skill set. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
so much, Amit.
no problem, no problem. And for this particular part team, it's you need not to go here and there. In your company itself, they will be asking you to do the generative AI. They will be asking you to do the prompt engineering courses and all. All right, there will be a course if you are working. So if they
Okay.
are asking it, just go and refer. There is no exam and all. You just need to have the analytics,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what command you will be putting in it, and you will be getting the exact result. Okay, that's it's
Okay.
all about.
Yeah, we have like we are the organization has given Copilot recently in
Yes.
every application, so
Yes.
everything has become very easy. For example, if I want a SQL query, I
Mm.
just have to give prompt, and it will give the whole query itself, and I'll just do some modifications, and I'll just run it.
Correct.
So it's being like
That,
that.
that yes. So that's how it get implemented. So you are already now you are using ChatGPT, okay, or
Okay.
Copilot to get the
Okay.
information. So that exactly a company wants you to do. Okay, when they are giving you a certain applications to use to get the effective results. So you should be you should be having this much of knowledge to how to use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's it.
also, the process I'm working, like GS in Goldman Sachs, they have no expertise in credit cards, I guess. So that's the reason they are not successfully able to run this business, and they have sold our process to JP, Chase. So since they asked us, like they are offering couple of benefits to us end of the 2027, but still we are trying to upskill ourselves so that we can fit in somewhere else within the organization, or if not possible elsewhere.
Correct, correct.
Anyways,
Yes.
thank you. I have taken so much of time.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. Fine. Okay. So great questions. I hope team you like the sessions. All right. So just revise the topic whatever we have discussed so far. I don't want you to miss any of the topics. These are all the basics one. All right. So going forward, it will be a more intense and more conceptual. Okay. All right. Chalo. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot,
Amit.
team. Thanks for joining sessions. Thank you a lot. All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Amit, are you sharing the PDF of the today's class? Or
Yeah, yeah. I will be sharing. I will be sharing.
okay.